Hey guys, thanks for popping over to my LauriePOP channel where ideas pop. Today I'm going to be sharing some ideas on how to make fake flowers, not for your front yard like my other video, fake flowers made out of tissue paper or toilet paper. And I'm also going to teach you how to make these little hanging tassels for like a baby shower or a birthday party celebration or just to decorate something that's a little bland in your life. You're going to need tissue paper, and I bought 20 by 20. And it is at Hobby Lobby. And I also have floral wire, and it feels kind of like slinky wire material. You want it to be able to bend, and you don't want it to be too heavy. And I'm also going to use scissors, so let's get started. It really is like slinky material. Lay your 20 by 20 paper out, fold it back, then fold it across so that it's still in the shape of a square, and then you want to fold it into a triangle and then tick it up to the 12 o'clock position. Fold that side down, but you do not want it to be flush. You want it to be pointed down a little bit, maybe a ½ inch. Then fold that one up so that it touches the very tippy top. Then you're going to fold across, and you want to cut it with a little bit of an edge at the top, but don't cut above that little crease in the back. And it's going to be a perfectly shaped ice cream scoop on top of your cone. Now you have your cute little ice cream cone unfolded, and you're going to just lay them on top of each other, but kind of cattywampus so that they're not in perfect pattern. They're just kind of mixed. And then make a little point and grab it, and then start twisting so that you have a kind of like a stem, something to put wire around. Mine goes down to my first knuckle of my pinky finger. And you can see when it's all done, it's about the size of my palm, and that's the 20 by 20. And you're just slipping your thumb under each layer, the first layer and the second layer. And then when I get to the third layer, I'm going to start doing a little twist so that it all of a sudden looks like the yellow rose of Texas and not just coffee filters. Isn't that happy looking? With the tassels, I fold over my 20 by 20. There's the folded end and the open end, and I start cutting from the open end, maybe an inch wide tassel, but I stop at the fold about an inch from the fold, and I just continue cutting until I'm done. And when you're done, you're just going to open it up very carefully. That tissue paper is fragile, and you're just going to splay it all open so that each of the frays are on each side. Here you have it. It's about done. You want it pretty straight because you're going to start rolling. Now be sure not to fold it down. Make sure it's a roll, and I just kind of press one thumb, then the next thumb, one thumb, then the next thumb. And you want to be very careful to pull out those little stragglers. You don't have to be super careful, but they will get wrapped around and pretty tangled by the time you're done. You just fold it over and really, really squeeze it tight near the end. Fix those little frays, and then you're ready to squeeze it even tighter and fold it around, because that's where the floral wire is going to go in. And then start twisting, and you only have to leave a hole about the size of a pinhole for that little wire to go through. There's the floral wire, and you're going to cut about 4 inches in length and just poke it through and just twist it maybe 2 times to secure it. That's about all it's going to take. And when you hang it up, you'll see that you have a few extras left over. And I just fold that over like tight a couple of times, and then I just wrap it around the little pinhole. And then I tear off one of the pieces and just kind of fold it over, wrap it over, tie it in a bow if you want to, whatever works for you. You'll see that the longer version is the regular 20 by 20. The shorter version is what I'm going to do here. And this is when you get to act like an angry hairstylist and just chop, chop, chop on different angles. And I usually just put it up there and then see how I want it to look. Next, for my favorite crafty idea today, you just fold a really long piece of toilet paper in half, about 18, 19 inches long, and then you start folding from one end. And you want to fold forward and down, forward and down, forward and down, kind of accordion style. You want to flatten out the toilet paper so that it doesn't get crumpled up by the time you're at the very end. And then when you do finish, you want to take your little wire, it's about a foot long, and you want to fold it over and just twist it really, really tight. My wire is like a slinky wire, so it's harder to manage than a stiffer, thicker wire would be. But you just twist it down all the way till however long you want it. You can make it short or tall. And then since you have a folded piece of toilet paper, if you separate out each layer, it's actually four pieces, because it's 2-ply squeezably soft toilet paper that you used, not the kind from Costco like I used. Anyway, so you just keep folding it out, and I tell you what, it turns out so creatively. I just do one side and then I go back and do the other side. And I absolutely love this craft. When you hold it up, you cannot tell. This is definitely my favorite one today. I hope these ideas were squeezably soft for you. What? What? I can't hear you. I got something in my ear. I can't hear anybody anymore.